Shape of My Heart by Sting and co-written by Dominic Miller. So we have the position here. We start off with this little chord here. This is the 9th fret on the A string, 6th fret G string, and the 10th fret on the B string. And it's played like this. So you play the B string, A string, G string, B string, okay? Using these fingers here. So middle finger, thumb, index finger, middle finger. Moving to the next shape is 7th fret A string, 6th fret G string, and 9th fret on the B string. And that is being played like A string, B string, A string, G string, B string. So the first two are like this. And then move the whole shape down 2 frets to the 5th fret A string, 4th fret G string, 7th fret B string, and also again so all 3 here. Yeah. And the last chord in this little bit here is the 4th fret on the A string. You hear the 4th on the G string also here, and the 7th fret on the B string, okay? It's like this. So you hit 2 times the A string short, you know, and the second time you hit the A string, you also hit the B string. Then it's G string, B string, but then the B string on the 6th fret there. Then going to the next one. All 4 are played like this. And again, slowly. Really slow, last time here. Then the second time he plays these chords down. It's a little change in the first chord actually. It's the 9th fret on the A string, 7th fret on the G string instead of 6, so it's 7 now. And a 10th fret on the B string again. So it's like this. The rest is the same, so only the first chord is a little bit different. Instead of doing this one the first time, you hear it? The second time it's like. So this second one here, the 4 chords. Now and the whole thing from the beginning. The next chord is this. What he's playing there is like the 5th fret on the A string, and then the 4th on the G string. It is barred with the index finger there. And then we get a 7th B string, 5th fret on the high E string, and it's played like. So it's played the A string, G string, B string, G string, high E string, B string, G string. So more or less usually, right? So it's pretty tricky grip there actually. So this you hear basically on the original track, single or whatever, album version. Usually when he plays it live, at least I see it with Dominic Miller himself when he's playing with Sting or solo or whatever. He's doing more like this. This is the 5th fret, A string again, 4th G, 7th B, and then hammer on to the 6th string and pull off back to the 4th fret on the G string, okay? So usually he's playing that actually. So one version where they play it live together, he's playing it the first time like this, like it is in the album version basically. And then after that every time he's playing it like this actually. So don't know why, but it's a moment thing, I guess. So put this chord in perspective here. So the second run is like this, right? So we are there now, right? And the other variation is like this. What he usually plays then, right? Then he's going to the next chord here, which is played with the 5th fret on the low E string, 2nd fret on the D string, and the 2nd fret of the G string. It's barred here with the index finger, and then the 5th fret on the B string. You get a hammer on and a pull off on the G string, you know. 2nd fret, 4th fret, 4th fret, 2nd fret. So coming out of this, and then you have this little thing here. Basically what he's doing is hitting the low E string and hitting a few strings at the same time like this, plucking the strings. So it's basically a hammer on, and then play it again without the 4th fret on the G string. So coming out of this chord, like that, and then too, it's like the 4th fret on the A string, 6th fret D string, 6th fret B string, and it's kind of like a C#7 chord. And then the first round he's playing it as an introduction, I guess, to play the whole melody more clearly. After that the chord is on the 5th fret of the A string, barred, 7th fret, 5th fret A string, 7th fret B string. So 5th fret on the A string and the 7th fret on the B string together. And going down on the 5th fret of the B string to the 7th fret of the G string. And then he's going to a G sharp minor 7th chord, I guess, which is the 4th fret on the E string and the low E string. And then bar the 2nd fret here. And then you play like so, 4th fret E string and the 2nd fret B string at the same time. Then hitting the 4th fret on the G string, 2nd fret G string, and then going to the final chord, which is an F sharp minor chord, which is the 2nd fret barred completely, 4th fret on the A string, 4th fret D string, 2nd fret G, B and E string. The last part is like this. Okay. And later he's playing it like this, kind of. The last bit again. You know, kind of like this, without this melody. Without the melody line the whole time. And then after having played that part a few times, you come to this part, where he's doing the F sharp minor chord, changing it to F sharp minor 7, just by releasing the 4th fret on the D string. So it's becoming a 2nd fret D string there. Then repeating the last chord again, which is a D chord basically, but I play D major 7 I think. But basically what you only hear is the 5th fret on the A string, 7th fret D string and 7th fret B string. But if you hit the G string, I would play the 6th fret there. 6th fret, yeah, or the 7th fret, which is just a normal D chord, right? Not a 7th with this one here, because it sounds kind of ugly. So what I play there is a D major 7 chord, this one. So A string 5th, D string 7th, 6th fret on the G string, 7th fret on the B string. So we were here. Here at the G sharp minor 7 chord, 4th fret low E string, 2nd fret A string, 4th fret and 4th fret on the D string and the G string, and then the 2nd fret on the B and the high E string. So the whole little thing here is going to the B part in there actually. This part then. So the B part here. You know that part? So we got 9th fret on the low E string here, 6th fret D string, 9th fret G string. Same kind of way to play it as the other part, the original part. So we move from this shape to the next, and that's the 7th fret on the low E string, 6th fret on the D string, 8th fret on the G string. Move the shape down 2 frets to the 5th fret on the low E string, 4th fret D string, and the 6th fret on the G string. Okay, then we go to the you see that? It's the 4th fret on the low E string, 4th fret D string, so it's barred here with the index finger, and then the 6th fret on the G string, and the 5th fret on the G string. it's like this. Okay, second round. Another difference here. So this 6th fret changes into the 7th fret, and that's the only difference between the two parts. Second run. So it's the 9th fret of the low E string, 7th fret D string, 9th fret G string. Moving down to the second shape. It's the 7th fret low E string, 6th fret D string, and it's the 8th fret on the G string. Moving down 2 frets, end up at the low E string on the 5th fret, 4th fret D string, 6th fret G string, and then again 4th fret on the low E string, 4th fret D string, barred here, 6th fret G string, 5th fret G string. Yeah, that's the second run. So it's basically the same as the main part, but then different key, alright? Transposed. I'll play the whole thing a little bit slower here. Then we got this last chord here, in between chord. It's the 5th fret on the low E string, 4th fret D string, 6th fret G string, and then is the 5th fret on the B string. Yeah, play it like that, more or less. And from this here, okay, so going to the open E string, the low E string, 2nd fret on the A string, 1st fret on the G string. So basically an E7 chord. Don't hit the open D string there, please, unless you like it. And then move this shape up to the 4th fret, ending up on the 4th fret of the low E string, 6th fret A string, 5th fret G string. So G sharp 7th chord. And then you come to this A chord, you know, typical barred A chord here, on the 5th fret of the low E string. So you hit the 5th fret on the low E string, 7th fret on the A and the D string, 6th fret G string. You got the 5th fret on the B and the E string, right? What I hear him do here, actually, he's doing a little hammer-on pull-off thing here, on the G string. So G string 6th, 7th fret, back to the 6th. And then he's going to this little chord here, which is basically a, yeah, it's a G sharp minor chord. I think only playing the, don't play the bass note here, but only. So play this chord here, which is the 6th fret on the A and D string, and the 4th fret on the G, B and E string, barred. And then going to, these two chords in between. It's typically C sharp minor chord, C sharp minor 7 chord, by releasing this 4th fret from the G string there. So C sharp minor chord, 4th fret A string, 6th fret D and G string, 5th fret B string, 4th fret high E string. And then the 7th chord is the 4th fret A string, 6th fret D string, 4th fret G string, and then the 5th fret on the B string, and the 4th fret on the high E string. Then back to the A chord, G sharp minor chord, and the A chord again. So this A chord, I see him playing the A chord kind of like this, like a 7th chord, but I don't like the sound of that, so I don't know if he skips the D string there or something, but I play the normal A chord here. Sounds better to me at least. So after stopping at the A string, a little break, and then go back to the original part, right? A few times, and then and the song progresses, right? Well, the end part on the album track actually is you just kind of play it until you stop, so you don't change nothing. I think there's a nice alternative ending actually to this song from a live version when Sting and Dominic Miller together play it as a duo, and that goes like this. So you play this part, and then end it like this, right? Then he's playing the original part like this. And from here he's going to this chord here, which is kind of a B minor chord, right? So it's the 2nd fret A string, 4th fret D string, and the 3rd fret on the B string. Playing the B string, A string, D string, B string. And then going to the open A string, open A string, 2nd fret D string, 2nd fret B string. And he's playing, I think he's playing like A string, B string, A string, D string, B string. So he's playing it like this kind of. Then he's going to the 4th fret on the low E string, open D string, 4th fret on the G string. So it's and I think he plays the G string, E string, D string, G string, like this. Sounds like some kind of diminished chord. It's really nice. And then he's playing this nice chord here also. It's 4th fret A string, 7th fret D string, 4th fret G string, 6th fret B string, 4th fret high E string. He's just going from A string all the way down to the high E string. And then end it at the main chord, which is a F sharp minor. You have to play it barred like this. 2nd fret on the low E string, and then the 4th fret on the A and the G string, and the 2nd fret on the G string, B string, and high E string, right? And that's the end of it. And then that's the end of the song, right? F sharp minor chord here. It's already beautiful, I think. But sometimes what you could do is like change it over to this little chord here. Just change over the 4th fret on the D string. Instead of 4th fret, you play the 3rd fret. And it's a beautiful sounding chord, I think, to have a little bit of a more surprising end chord, right? So that's one option to do. Another end chord variation I'd like to make with this one is a really beautiful strange chord. I don't know exactly what it is. So playing the 2nd fret on the low E string, 4th fret on the A string, and then the 3rd fret on the D string, and then bar the 1st fret on the G string, 1st fret on the B string, and the 1st fret on the high E string. Only if you do this, you know, you have to communicate with somebody else you're playing with, or that they expect this kind of chord, because it's kind of instead of this is like more straight as people expect, you know. But yeah, this is a little bit more darker and mysterious, right? So anyway, there's a few options there for you. Okay, I'll put up the link in the description of the live version I used to figure this out, right? So then you can see Dominic Miller playing it on his little acoustic guitar, and Sting singing the song. Alright, so thanks for watching, and yeah, with this kind of parts, well, like everything is in the details, right? So watch all the notes you play, and check out some live videos of Dominic Miller playing this song, and you will see and can clearly see and hear what he's playing and which notes he plays or doesn't play also, because a lot of times the key is to not play too many notes also, but leave the right notes out also and play the right notes only, you know what I mean? So being really to the point with this kind of parts. So alright, see you next time, bye bye.